Hey all, Lawrence from Express Unity, and today we are going to continue our Fall Guys clone tutorial series. Now, I am going to speak over this video as I'm doing it, kind of just how I used to do things, because this part of our tutorial series kind of has a lot of information, and I don't really want to miss anything out by accidentally cutting something that is important. So the first thing you are going to want to do is come to your playfab dash and click on the economy area. In this area you'll get two tabs. You'll get your catalogs and your currency. Now the first thing we're going to set up in this tutorial is just our currency. We just want to set it up in playfab and get it loaded into our game so that we know how much currency we have. Now again, I have done this before in my previous videos, but I'm just going to go over it. So, all we want to do is click New Currency, and we'll get a set of values that we can change. Currency code, that is what we basically tell our game to look for when we read the currency. What can we call this? The naming is always the hardest part. Let's just say we'll just call it CO for coins, and we'll just call it coins. And the initial deposit, that's basically how much coins, in this case, a user will get when their account is brand new. So maybe we want to start everybody off with 500 coins. And the recharge rate, units per day, so that's how much coins you get per day. And maybe we just want to give everybody 250 coins per day. And here we can set a maximum recharge amount. So for example, if we have 5,000 coins, the recharge rate will recharge up until 5,000. However, you can still give a user more coins in-game, so they can still go over 5,000, but the recharge will stop at 5,000 coins. So you might want to implement this if you don't want people to kind of just not play the game and then come back like months later and then just have so many coins. So this is a good limitation to have to prevent people from doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and save the currency. And here it is. This is all set up now. So we want to now go into our playfab authenticator script. This is where we log in or create the account. The first thing we want to do up the top here is we want to create a public get player combined info request, and I'm just going to call this info. Now because it's public, all the values of that will now be available to view inside of our inspector. So you can see here we can enable or disable a lot of things. By default, most of this stuff is turned off. So what we want to enable is we want to get title data, because we might be doing stuff with that. We want to get player profile, because we might be doing stuff with that later as well. And we want to get user inventory and get user currency. And really you can enable all of these if you want, just to be sure, but we're not really going to be using anything else. And if we are, we just enable it later on down the line. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so now that is done, we can now go into our login section here, and we want to set that request with the info request parameters, and we just make that equal to info. And now then, oh, did I do something wrong here? Cannot implicitly convert playfab client model get combined info request to this needs to be params. Okay, so we might need to set that again once it compiles. Yep, okay, so just quickly set that again. So we want our player profile, our title data, user inventory, and user virtual currency. Excuse me, I don't think we want anything else. for now. And again, like I said, we can just enable it if we are missing something. So now that we have that, let's go to our request photon token. And this has our login result. So let's just see here. This is going to see if we're authenticated or not. Authenticate with photon. Let's just keep going down, see what we get. Okay, so we should be fine just adding this below. Oh, I've actually got 2 semicolons there. I want to remove that. So below the get photon authentication token, we can now say object dot, and we get a whole bunch of things we can look for. So I believe if we go into info result payload, then we can look for our currency, user virtual currency, and this is a dictionary. Now we set what the name or short code of our currency was, so we should be able to just pass in CO for coin, and that should return our value. Now what we want is to get a public static, and we'll make it a int and call it coins. By default, let's just set that to 0, and we can now say coins is equal to the virtual currency. Great. So, and just to check, let's just do a quick debug.log warning, just so that it stands out, and we can say coins have been loaded, and we can just say plus coin, and that should be good. So when we log in, so because that currency is new, that should have actually automatically applied, how much did we set? 500 coins to all current accounts. So if I just log in with any account, we should see that we have 500. Yep, there we are. So we have 500 coins loaded, which is great. So now what we want to do really quick is have a way to display our coins. So I'm going to go to my master scene. I'm also going to save this scene. And just underneath our username here, copy and paste that. And drag it down a little bit. My UI needs a bit of work here, but it'll do for now. We can just say something like coins, and just default that to 0. And let's maybe change the color to something else to define it better. I don't know, an orange maybe. And just so it stands out a little bit more, whoops, you don't want that. You want to give it a outline, and I might make it a little thicker and remove the transparency. So rename this to coins. Fantastic. And now to display the coins, we can go into our photon manager, I believe, and our master scene. Oh yep, we also want to give it a tag, so we are going to add tag, and we are going to say coins text, and we will set the tag to that. And now going back into our photon manager and our scene manager, scene loaded area, we're just going to copy and paste the username one and change this to coins text. We're still going to get the text component, however this time we want to get our coin value instead of our username value, and we also just want to say something like coins, like so. Okay, so now if we go back to our first scene and we just log in, we should now see that our coins are displayed here. Fantastic. And this will update every time you log in for now. However, once we start making purchases and whatnot, that'll update for us. So we want the most recent login here, and I'm just showing you this one, I guess. That is the one I want, right? Yes, it is. Okay, so if I just manually change how much currency I have here, for example, so we click here, and let's just add, let's just add 5,000. So then our new total will be 5,500. Let's save virtual currency. And now when we log in, we should now have 5,500 of our coins. Fantastic. Okay. So, the next thing you want to do, and I will leave this up to you guys for the next video. So, for the next video, I am going to basically go through the asset store and find a couple of other models, or even something else I might do just to make it easier, right, is for the mummy model that I downloaded. If I can find where it is, here it is. I might just go in and maybe just texture these a little bit, just to change the skin, or you can just go in the asset store and find a new humanoid model. Simple people. Just make sure it's got a rig, and then just set that up with the APR player and whatnot. I'll show how to do that next video, because this will be how we make skins for the game. We're just going to load in. So if we go to our goodness, where did I put it? It was prefabs, resources. So in here we have our player model, right? So we are going to actually have multiple player models, each being a different character. And then we are going to basically say if we own a certain ID, we will, instead of spawning player, we'll spawn player 2 or player 3 and whatnot. So the scripts on these will be the same. The only thing different will be the mesh. So before we end off, we are going to just quickly go back into our economy, and we're going to add a new catalog. We're going to call this catalog skins. This is important because this is, again, something we need to reference in our code. And we can just create, the first thing we actually want to create is a bundle. Now, the reason why we're creating this bundle is when we win a game, we want to reward our coins. So in this new bundle, let's give it an ID, and let's just call this bronze. So if it's bronze, that means you came third and you get X amount of currency, and display can be bronze again. Now what we want to do is, see here where it says currency, we want to select CO, and bronze might just get 100 coins. We also want to say that this is a consumable, and I believe we go by seconds. By seconds, yes. Yeah. Yeah, and we'll just do 1 second. So basically what will happen is when we win this bundle, it'll be consumed straight away, and after 1 second it'll remove itself, and we will get the amount of 100 coins. Right now, this is the most secure way to reward coins for a player, so let's just save the bundle, and we will... save, I believe it did. Oh, it didn't save. Let's try that again. New bundle, we want... we'll call it bronze. Display name bronze. So let's go here, give the amount of 100. Yeah, okay, so consumable, seconds, 1. Maybe by count as well, we'll do 1, because we only want it to be consumed once. That should be alright. Now, save bundle. Usage must be more, okay. 2 seconds. Save bundle. Second work now. More than 2 seconds. Alright, alright. 3 seconds. This bundle must have some content. Really? This is interesting. Oh, my bad. They changed things around a little bit. This is how much the bundle costs. So we actually don't want it to cost anything. Instead, we want to add bundle content, currency, and we want to add the coins here. And in which case, we want the quantity to be 100. Okay, so now if we save bundle, that should be good. Yes, it is. Fantastic. And there it is. So that's all we're going to do for this video. We've kind of just set things up for us to be ready for the next video. Next video, we're going to be adding a couple of items and trying to implement just a quick store for us to buy new skins that we can load into multiplayer with. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like. I'm not sure if the rest of these videos will be like this. Maybe they will be. There is a lot of information when it comes to doing items like this, so I might continue to just leave things pretty much unedited. Because I really don't want to miss any kind of information here, because yeah, this stuff here can make or break your game. But yeah, if you like the video, give it a like. I really appreciate it. Again, we have a Discord server. If you need any kind of help, do feel free to join. Myself and a few others would be more than happy to give you a hand. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.